Well, here we go. We are just 90 minutes away from winning the Champions League. Hello, welcome to Club 4 Part 4 of the Globe Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our Premier League fixture against Man United. Then after that, we'll be playing our Champions League final. So stick around, we'll be playing it against Napoli. So since the last episode, we've only played one game, and that was a 2-1 win over Brighton, with both goals from that game coming from Hamushe, who's been absolutely superb. I mean, I think the past 5 months has been absolutely ridiculous. January was a little bit of a shaky month. Not really that shaky, but obviously deciding what formation we were going to do. But since we just stuck with a 4-3-3, I think that's what we do best. So that's what I do best. That's my favourite formation so far that I've used. We've been absolutely unstoppable, and a win against Man United will put us in next season's Champions League, regardless of if we win the Champions League final or not. But a win against Man United, or a draw in fact, because a draw will put us 3 points clear of Man City. But I think a win will be definitely the better result, because both of ours and Man City's goal difference pretty similar, I would say. So the lineup for our match against Man United is Mitchell in goal, a back four of Yukini, Roberto, Sergio and Osborne. Goebel at the base of the midfield, and ahead of him we've got Ngalima, McFadden, Bashruti on the right hand side, Romarinho on the left, then we've got Hamushe up front. Why is Essien's out injured for 9 days, so hopefully he should be back fit for the Champions League final. I see he's not good, Jake. Get injured, then he's 100% fit for the Champions League final. Then he tears it up in that match and scores a hat-trick, wins us the Champions League. Then we do one more season where we try and win everything that we haven't won in England, because we haven't really won a lot in England. We haven't really won a lot in general. I mean, our most successful period, but I'd say, was probably with Weston-Super-Mare, obviously winning the FA trophy, obviously apart from that and the lower league. So we haven't really won much in terms of like silverware, apart from the respectable leagues that we've been in. Obviously we won the Spanish Cup in Spain. We haven't, I don't think we've got to the Carabao Cup final. At least I don't think we made it through to the final with West Brom. I think we might have made the semi-final a couple of times, but we might not even got close to the semi-finals, but I'm sure we've got through to the latter stages at some point with West Brom, but never actually won a domestic cup in England, which I would like to do that next season, and I think we've definitely got the squad to do it. I think we would have had a decent chance of winning the FA Cup, but we just went out in the third round, which completely ridiculous. But we do, Man United do have a ball. That's a decent shot, and it is a goal for Luka Bacchio, and it is 1-0 to Manchester United. That's not the ideal scoreline. We're meant to be winning this game, but at the moment, we've not had a good start at all. We've had 0 shots on goal. That's not great. We will go into a positive mentality. That should change things up a little bit. Might not see any changes in the first half, but hopefully things get better in the second half. But I'm not sure what is going on, because this is basically a first team squad that I've been playing. I haven't really done any rotation apart from Yukini coming in instead of what's his name, Ragab. But apart from that, we haven't done any changes. The squad, the starting 11, pretty much stays the same at the moment. Bashruti, Ngalima, Bashruti, come on, somebody have a shot. Goebel, Yukini, get it into the box. Ngalima, what a shot that is, but unfortunately, it does come off the frame of the crossbar. Romarinho struggled to keep it in, but it is a throw for Manchester United, and hopefully we can get the ball back relatively quickly, but I don't think we're going to do that. And Man United have got the ball, passing the ball around the back, and they do look to go on the attack with a couple minutes set to go of the first half. Can we just get the ball from them? They tried to do a little bit of trickery, but they didn't quite work out. We do get the ball, and Petrucci has got the ball down the right side. He's got players ahead of him. He's got players making a run beyond him, but it does find Osborne. Now to Faden. That's a great ball. Romarinho. Ngalima. That was a decent strike. a very good shot, but just couldn't quite put the ball on target. If that's on target, it's a goal all day long. We haven't given away a penalty, have we? No, it's a free kick on the edge of the area. So Simba with a free kick. It's the crossbar. No, it's a good save from the our goalkeeper, Mitchell. Very good save, but thankfully that was the end of the first half, which in terms of first halves, that's one of the worst I've ever seen, and it does show you why Man United are up there, clearly in third, 14 points ahead of us. So yeah, it's not great, but hopefully we can have a much better second half, because I think we were very unfortunate not to have a few shots on target. It was a good end to the first half, not a great one at all. I mean, the first half hour pretty tragic, I think, in my opinion. We've got 35 minutes left to go. I think we'll give it 5 minutes. Both of our wingers absolutely shattered, so we probably will look to get him off. I think we've got a lot of shattered players, and that's not great. So if we can win this game, that would be ideal. Then that would mean we can rest, do completely full rotation in the next game. And Demuche, what a miss that is! That should have been the equaliser, but very unfortunate. Half an hour left to go. We are going to make a couple of changes. I say a couple. I don't really want to make a whole load of changes. Pashruti is going to make way for Dordavic, and I think Mouche is going to have to come off for Dahl, and I think that's probably all we shall do for now. I know slightly weakened the attack, but those two were shattered, and I want to try and keep those two ideally as fit as possible. Are we gonna, if they can get an equaliser before they get substituted off, that would be the dream scenario, but I don't think it's going to happen. And Maury has got the ball for Manchester United. Hopefully it doesn't lead to a second goal, and unfortunately it is an own goal for Sergio. It is going to be checked by VAR. I think there was a little shove at the back post, so hopefully it does get disallowed, or it might be offside. No, goal has been awarded. No fouls or offside, so goal has been awarded. 2-0 to Manchester United. I think we might just have to settle for a defeat, because I think we're still going to qualify for the Champions League, but it's just going to go down to the final game. And obviously, if we win the Champions League, it ain't going to matter. And Galima's going to make way for Sydney. I think Goebel also makes way for Baloo, and I think that's probably all we shall do for now. But we are going to drop a little bit of a encouragement in the hope we can just get like a goal within the next 10 minutes, so we might just go attacking, throw everything, and just in case we do make a comeback, which honestly I don't think we are, and I'm not too fussed if we don't make the comeback, because I'm not sure who Man City have got in the last games. Southampton in their final game of the season. Osborne has got the ball. That was a decent shot. It was going in, but it wasn't near enough power behind the shot to make it go into the back of the net. But I think we have been slightly unfortunate not to have at least one goal, and Jose will really keep himself from missing that chance. But I think one of our defender must have kicked out for him, because it went out for a corner. But 10 minutes left to go. I think Osborne is going to make way for Daboob, and I think that's definitely the last substitution of the game. Can we just get one consolation goal? I don't think we're going to get 2 goals, but if we can just get 1 goal, that's it's not all right, because I would prefer to have won this game. But I think that's probably Europa League, probably secured. I know sixth, it doesn't say sixth place qualifies for anything, but I think very much that is Europa League done and dusted. I'm hoping that is the case, because I'm assuming we have qualified for the Europa League, because that is what the board initially want. But I want Champions League, regardless of if we beat Napoli or not. Sydney's out for 2 to 3 weeks. He's missing the Champions League final. He would have played in it anyway, but he's not going to be on the bench for that game. We're missing 3 players for the Champions League final. It's not ideal, but we have to make do with it. So hopefully Nottingham Forest should be a win, and that should be our spot in the next season's Champions League secured. I think that should be a relatively simple win. They're down to 11th. Not really much to play for in that game. Then hopefully we are just one win away, and if we beat Napoli, we win the Champions League. Well, we did win our final Premier League game of the season 4-1 against Nottingham Forest, with the goals coming from Thomas Goebel, Roma Mourinho, Vincenzo Pastrucci and Rafik Mouche. So that does mean we are qualified for the Champions League, and the board have given us our budgets for the summer, 111 million. This is what we wanted at Real Betis. The board are actually backing us, not giving us silly amounts like 20 million to try and win the Champions League, but no, 111 million, 600k spare wage budget. Obviously, if we were to change that wage budget into transfer budget, 140 million. I mean, I'm obviously not going to do that because we'll probably end up having that to spend because players will be going in the summer. But enough transfer talk. Let's get straight into the Champions League final. The lineup will be Mitchell in goal, our back four of Ragab, Roberto, Sergio and Osborne, Goebel at the base of a midfielder, just at the base of the midfield, yeah. He's a midfielder though. Then we've got Ngalima and McFadden ahead of him. Then we've got Pastrucci on the right, Roma Mourinho on the left. Then we've got Hamouche up front. I thought Essien would have been fit to start today, but he had a little bit of a slight injury prior to the match. He had a stubbed bruised toe, so he is fit to play 75 minutes, but I don't really want to risk him today. He will come on in the second half, maybe with like 20 minutes left to go. Hopefully we're in a winning position, and he doesn't have to be a hero, but it'd be good for him to get on the score sheet because he's been absolutely wonderful. I mean, Hamouche's been brilliant this season. He just hasn't really had much game time out on the right, but when he's been all right since he's played up front. But Pastrucci's just been absolutely outstanding. I'm not sure who my best right winger really is, but Roma Mourinho has got an early corner. If this is a goal, this would be absolutely wonderful. Hamouche, what a strike! And that is one hell of a save. I'm fairly sure that was going straight into the top bins, but wonderful stop from the Napoli goalkeeper, and that was another decent set piece, but this time the header was just over the top of the crossbar, but a decent start, a very decent start. We just need to put the ball into the back of it. Napoli with possibly a chance, or maybe try to chat. Maybe they're not going to have a chance of their own. I thought they were going to do so, but they do have the ball still with Evacuo on the left hand side. Can we just try and get the ball? And that's not ideal because Napoli have put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0. Barely 10 minutes into the game. That's not a great start. So if we go from nearly scoring the first goal to conceding the first goal, that's a bit of a rubbish start there. I feel like we probably should go on a positive mentality now. We're doing it very early. I wasn't going to do it this early, but since we're 1-0 down, we have to go to a positive mentality because we have to win this game. We're not losing this game. We're not losing the Champions League final, regardless of if I think we're going to win it next year, which I think we can. But I want to win it this year. I don't want any pressure on next season, but if we do win it today, we will do one more season just to try and win the Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup, Champions League again, all that shebangs, and hopefully the second half is much better than the first half, even if we might have to go 2 up front. But if we can get a goal, we're not going to get a goal from a goal kick, are we? But if we can get a goal on the stroke of half time, which we've got 5 seconds left to play, just a 1 minute of additional, and that is the halftime break. 1-0 down. It's not disastrous, but it could be a lot better. Roberto has got the ball. If we can get a goal within the next 5 minutes, I'd say. I think that'd be decent, but I am slightly worried. I'm not panicking just yet, but internally I'm slightly bricking it because we shouldn't be losing to Napoli. Shouldn't be losing at all. But we are going to make a couple changes. Roma Mourinho is... We're going to put McFadden out there. We're going to get on Thomas Hughes. I think I know Goebel isn't tiring, but we are going to get on Essien and stick him up front. I know he's not really, I don't think he's meant to be playing now, but he is going to play. He could be a central forward, and we'll have him as, well, yeah, we'll just have him as that. And Timmy can be, we'll just have him as a splitted outlet striker, out of possession, going two up front, really going for it now, and hopefully we do try to get the ball into the back of the net, ideally within the next 10 minutes. And Osborne nearly gets the ball to Essien. Imagine if he gets the equaliser, that would be absolutely insane. He'd be the real hero of the game, because there was one moment I didn't think he was going to make the Champions League final. McFadden has got the ball. Abouche tries to jump. Rakab, come on. That's a decent strike. We're getting chances away now, but we are slightly running out of time. We've got 25 minutes left to go. Let's drop a little bit of encouragement in the hope we can grab an equaliser. At this point, I don't mind if it goes extra time. I just want the equaliser. We are going to go attacking because we need the goal. We need the goal as soon as possible. And if Napoli score from this set piece, and that was, oh my good God, what are we doing? Bashruti, you nearly gave me a heart attack. You seriously did, because I thought we were going to score an own goal. I thought we were, and that shot, completely useless that was. But we are still 1-0 down, 15 minutes left to go. We do pump the ball upfield, tries to find Essien. Essien has got the ball. That's a lovely ball out to McFadden if he stays onside. Just put the ball into the box. A good cross, but it needs a little bit more height on it if we were going to clear the Napoli goalkeeper. But if we can keep putting balls like that into the area, I'm sure it's only a matter of time before we find the equaliser. Bashruti has got the ball now to Ragab. This is looking fairly positive. Bashruti takes a little bit too far, but we do win the throw-in. Are we going to see the throw-in? We do see the throw-in. Ragab has got the ball now to Bashruti. Ragab, Bashruti, and Galima. Somebody put the ball into the area, or otherwise we're going to... He's got to be off. He's got to be off. Surely? It's a good save. How was he not offside? Referee? That is just absolutely ridiculous. We've got 10 minutes left to go. We can't lose the Champions League final. No. This cannot be happening. No. No. Oh, come on. Ragab. Roberto. Come on. Oh, not backwards. Forwards. Now. Yes, good ball. Osborne. You've got players ahead of you. Essien. It's so frustrating, this game. I think we probably should have started on a positive mentality instead of waiting until we got 1-0 down, because I think that's the moment that probably kills the game. Mitchell could just get the ball upfield. That is a great ball. Ngalima. I hate FM. I really do. I seriously do, because why did it stop the highlight? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that trophy celebration, because in my mind, we should have won that game. We should have won that game. That hurts. That really hurts, because we had chances. It's not like we didn't have any chances. I'm fuming. That result. It's tough to take, especially when we beat them 4-1 in the league phase. That's really hard to take, but I'm sure we'll bounce back. I'll see you all into the next episode for the transfer special, where we hopefully do sign good enough players to hopefully win the Champions League. But hopefully we win the Champions League next season. Otherwise, we've got 2 seasons left to win it. Otherwise, it will be mission failed. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.